March 1945, Iwo Jima. One command, 36 rockets. Then smoke covered the position. Marines used this weapon against enemies hidden in caves. Each truck carried 36 4.5-inch rockets and 3 banks of 12. The launcher sat on an international 1-ton 4-wheel drive truck. Aim, fire, move before the enemy could answer. This was not a precision weapon. One volley covered a wide area. It worked against trenches, cave entrances, slopes, and troop positions. The rockets arrived fast. Their explosions forced defenders to stay under cover while Marines moved closer. The trucks belonged to the 1st Provisional Rocket Detachment, supporting the 4th Marine Division. Crews fired, lowered the rails, changed position, and reloaded by hand. Dust and smoke revealed them. Speed mattered. During the battle, 2 Marine rocket detachments fired more than 30,000 rockets. They did not replace artillery, tanks, or naval guns. They delivered a sudden wall of explosives when the infantry needed it most. If you enjoy these restored films, please subscribe, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. It really helps our channel. Thank you for your support. March 6, 1945, D+15. The battle still raged, but aircraft were already arriving. The first P-51 Mustangs reached South Field that morning. They belonged to the 47th Fighter Squadron of the 15th Fighter Group. They waited on Saipan for a usable runway. It was not safe. Japanese troops still held northern Iwo Jima. Smoke hung over the runway. Their first missions from Iwo Jima were not over Japan. The Mustangs attacked caves, trenches, troop positions, and supply areas. Each pass helped the Marines advance. Air and ground forces were now fighting the same battle. One Mustang, number 163, suffered a gear collapse and left-wing damage. The exact sequence is unknown. The airfield had already proved valuable. 2 days earlier, a damaged B-29 named Dynamite made an emergency landing there. Marines were fighting nearby. Mechanics repaired the bomber, and it took off again. Iwo Jima could save aircraft otherwise lost over the Pacific. The next day, Mustangs from the 45th and 78th Fighter Squadrons joined the 47th. With every landing, South Field became more than a captured runway. It became an emergency airfield, a transport stop, and a forward repair point. The island was becoming a working base. Iwo Jima was not declared secure until March 26th. By then, its airfields were already changing the war. On April 7th, Mustangs of the 15th Fighter Group flew their first very long-range mission from the island. They escorted B-29s attacking the Nakajima aircraft engine plant near Tokyo. The change took 1 month. The Mustangs arrived through smoke. Then, they carried the fight to Japan. A C-47 transport also arrived. Transports carried people, parts, and orders. Fighters still needed fuel, ammunition, mechanics, and radios. Then came a much rarer aircraft, the Northrop P-61 Black Widow. This was not a daylight escort fighter. It hunted at night. Radar helped its crew find targets in darkness. These Black Widows belonged to the 548th Night Fighter Squadron. The squadron's air echelon moved from Saipan on March 6th. Combat began the next day. The Black Widow was built around radar. It had 2 engines and 4 20mm cannon. A radar operator searched the darkness and guided the pilot toward a contact. Missions could last for hours over open ocean. Often the crew found nothing, but one bomber that slipped through could strike the runway, fuel dumps, or parked aircraft. Their job was simple: protect the new airfields after dark, find Japanese bombers, keep the runways open. On Iwo Jima, defense could not stop at sunset. Below, the island was still under fire. American guns struck Japanese positions along the coast. The battle would continue for weeks. Every arrival put more fuel, ammunition, and people on a field still within enemy range. The base had to be defended while it was being built. Keeping the airfield open was now part of the battle. Army crews dug in around a 40mm anti-aircraft gun. It protected the runway and nearby workers. It formed part of a larger shield. Mustangs fought by day. Black Widows watched at night. Transports moved supplies. Mechanics repaired aircraft. Artillery struck threats to the field. One captured runway connected them all. It became a combat base before the ground battle was over. Iwo Jima is remembered for the flag on Mount Suribachi, but this film records what came next. A captured runway became a bridge across the Pacific. On March 9th, D+18, the film ends inside the Fire Direction Center of the 3rd Battalion, 13th Marines. Observers reported targets. Men at the map checked range and direction, then sent firing data to the batteries. Air power and artillery were now linked through reports, maps, calculations, and radio. The island was becoming the next step toward Japan. If you enjoy these restored films, please subscribe, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. It really helps our channel. Thank you for your support.